The Selfish Path to Romance. Download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com.
Problems organizing your life. I know I was speaking to someone this weekend who said that this person doesn't like a to-do list. They don't like to organize their life. They like that free-flowing feel to their life of not having to have everything set in stone, every 15 minutes scheduled, everything that they have to do scheduled. There's no fun to life if you feel like you're on that conveyor belt, as if you're on some sort of treadmill that's going nowhere in life, or maybe it's going someplace, but you just feel pushed from behind. And I agree that there's something wrong with that view, but it is not the organizing your life aspect of it. It's the not choosing your own values. If you feel pushed from behind, or if you're doing your own pushing from behind, saying, well, first I have to go to the gym, then I have to study for my class, then I have to name something else. I have to pick up my kids from school, then I have to plan the birthday party for my daughter. Everything's a have to. Instead of oh, you know what, today's my day and I want to go to the gym first, and then I want to plan the party for my daughter and whatnot. It's a very different feel to your life when you change your own motivation. So it's good to have organization in your life, provided it's not pushed from behind. The problem with having no organization is that everything floats. Yes, it's very laid back, it's very cushy, and you never build self-esteem because you're not accomplishing things. In order to accomplish things, you have to name your values, figure out what's most important, and organize your time. Your time is your life, and if you don't organize it, you end up throwing it away. So I'm Dr. Ellen Kenner, and again, my number is toll-free, 1-877-Dr. I'm a clinical psychologist. The show is The Rational Basis of Happiness, and you can also visit my website, drkenner.com, drkenner.com. And have you ever had anyone pick on you? I can remember being in grade school and having kids pick on me. One guy said to me, it was a kid that I was attracted to in maybe 4th grade, and I walked around the block with him. We didn't even hold hands, but I was thinking he was very good looking, and we got to the end of the block and he said to me, "Sorry, Ellen, but blondes have more fun." I wasn't a blonde, and that was the phrase at the time, blondes have more fun. So what do? I couldn't dye my hair as a young kid. We didn't do it in those days. And so what do you do when you feel picked on? That was a minor picking on. I've had other people pick on me, and I'm sure you have too in your life, whether it's a sibling or whether it's somebody at school who's jealous of you. Most of us have been teased occasionally, maybe by a class bully, and maybe as an adult someone's picking on you. It could be a sibling again. It could be a parent. You always think you're so smart, don't you? Or it could be your husband or your wife. How do you deal with people who pick on you or people who complain? If you put in a lot of effort to plan a lovely vacation and all your wife does is complain that the room you chose was too close to the ice machine, and she doesn't recognize all of the wonderful adventures you're taking her on, horseback riding and whatnot, that's not fair. So after the break, we will talk with Dr. Andy Bernstein about how do you deal with these people? How do you deal with people who love to complain or to pick on you? Again, I'm Dr. Ellen Kenner, and my show is The Rational Basis of Happiness. And this is a question I received. It was a very long, very disturbing question, and I hope this person gets some psychological help, maybe from a cognitive therapist. I'll give you the website first so I don't forget to do this. Academy of CT for Cognitive Therapy.org, all one word, Academy of CT.org. And you can just go to find a therapist, put in your state, and find a therapist in your state. This was from somebody who was very, very, very confused, a 14-year-old girl. And I'm really condensing this, but you'll get the essence of it. Dear Dr. Kenner, I am 14 years old. I always wanted to be the best at everything in grade school. My grades were close to perfection. I wanted to justify my high opinion of myself. I felt like I had to get good grades to be a good person. Okay, think about that. At the same time, I wanted to be accepted. The popular girl in my 6th grade class asked me why I wore clothes from Target rather than Abercrombie. I made my mother then take me to the stores prescribed by the popular girl. Something started happening to me inside. I looked cheerful on the surface, but I felt anxious and angry inside. I slowly started to drift from my good girl tendencies. I started listening to hardcore music and rebelled against all brand name clothes. I became anti-label. Yet at the same time, I was labeling everyone as bad. I started to feel way above those popular conforming kids. I stopped doing homework and I let my grades sink. I secretly started admiring villains in stories, and I started to harm myself. My thirst is to know what has become of me. Am I deluding myself to boost my self-esteem, or lowering it by engaging in self-fulfilling prophecies, such as dumbing myself down? I would greatly appreciate some understanding of what is going on. Thank you for your time, Cindy. There are 2 errors you're making, Cindy. 1, when you first started to get good grades to justify a high opinion of yourself, you were reversing cause and effect. You want the good grades because you enjoy the subject matter and because you enjoy seeing your mind work well. And when you get involved with the subject matter, whether it's a passion for math or geography or the sciences, I know I loved biology, when you are fascinated by it, hopefully you get good teachers, and you do well, you will get the feeling inside of, oh, my mind is capable. I'm capable of grasping facts and understanding the world. So you don't put up some false good opinion of yourself and then try to justify it. Because that's reversing cause and effect. You want to love whatever subject matter it is and get the good grades because you really let yourself get involved in it. The other problem you have is that dumbing yourself down, trying to stick your nose up and say, I don't like society, or I don't like popular girls, or I don't like brand name labels, is very destructive to yourself because you are destroying your mind and your values. You're not seeing yourself accomplishing things. You're seeing yourself destroy things, and that's why you're attracted to villains. So genuine self-esteem means valuing your method of thinking, your mind, achieving values in life that are your personal, healthy, rational values, and going after them in a rational manner versus the opposite, becoming a conformist or becoming a nihilist, a destructive person. So I would definitely visit the website, academyofct.org. I'm Dr. Ellen Kenner on the Rational Basis of Happiness.
Here's an excerpt from The Selfish Path to Romance by Dr. Ellen Kenner.
Another virtue that makes you lovable is independence. Independence is your commitment to think for yourself and to earn your own keep. The proper basis for coming to conclusions in any area of your life, be it romance, career, moral beliefs, even practical decisions, is by not going blindly by what your parents, friends, neighbors, colleagues, or religious and political leaders tell you, but going by your own best rational judgment. You may get very useful facts from others, but you still need to judge others' claims for yourself. Independence is your refusal to accept any idea without evidence. Dependence is a mirror of what others want, and as a result, one loses control of one's life and destroys any sense of self. Independence is not only thinking for yourself, but also living by your own effort, which means living within your means.
You can download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com, and you can buy the book at amazon.com.